I'll
Probably
spike you
change my
wrong.
name anyway. I just wanted the puppers to leave me alone. Okay, this will probably be one of the easier map reviews for me to do because since this is like the first time that it's ever really been played in any form of competitive setting, there's no one who plays Highlander right now knows, oh, this is the best thing to do. Oh, for sure. Oh, you need to do it this way because not very many people have tons and tons of experience on this map. If anything, it's like slight pugging, but even then, that's not like a match scenario where people can be coordinated and make your hold end up turning out bad. So, how I used to do map reviews, or how I normally do it, was I'd go through attacking and defending uh, in order to like show you guys how to beat certain holds and how to do them yourself. But since there are no really like defined holds, like I can't go in and say like, all right, hold here and hold here and hold here, or attack this way against this hold, because not only do no one has any experience defending this map or attacking this map, but you don't really know what the other team is going to try to do because there's no real meta for it yet. And even if there is a small meta developed by the end of the weekend, and teams try to figure out what is better than other things, you never know. There could still be some stray team that's like doing something weird that you never really practice against for sure. So the way I'm gonna do this is this is gonna be a lot of after this map review, you guys are still gonna have to try to figure out what you guys like to do best and what works better for you guys because it's new and all. I'm just gonna go through the different areas of the map in order and talk about offense and defense at the same time in terms of what makes the point good and what makes the point bad and who it kind of favors, and it'll show you weaknesses and strengths of the point so that you know at the same time with both offending and your defense, if we do decide to defend this, what are some weaknesses we would need to look out for, and if you do attack into a team that's holding like that, you know the weaknesses that you need to abuse. So I'll start at the very beginning, at the beginning of the map. The first weakness of a team holding all the way up at the spawn doors is going to be more of the obvious things that come in line with other payload maps. Is the further away you are from your spawn and the closest you are to your opponent's spawn, whenever you try to start holding an area of a payload map, it's going to be way easier for them to just sack non-stop because they respawn all quicker and they get to the general fighting area faster than you do. So I would say a big strength that you're going to want to have if you do have decide that you guys want to be up really close to their spawn, and you'll kind of see why this might be something you maybe want to do when we get down over there. But strengths for holding over here is definitely going to be the fact that you can have a teleporter to negate the fact that your guys' spawn is so far away and theirs is so close. So teleporter is going to be like the major saving grace on whether or not you'll be able to actually hold in this general area close to their spawn doors. The weaknesses being, because it's so close, if that teleporter of yours goes down, you can really no longer hold this. And even if you do have a teleporter, if multiple people on your team die at the same time, they got to take turns taking it, and it'll take a little bit to get everyone back into the fight. So there's still the concept of them being here way quicker than your team. So I would say if you do want to hold this, you need that teleporter, and if it goes down, then you can't do anything anymore. If you're in a scenario where you're attacking against a team that is starting off the gate trying to spawn camp you, the two things you're going to want to do is definitely trade your lives with other people on their team, because you're like back in the fight very soon. You're right here is your spawn, and then right here is a fight, So I would say definitely trade lives with enemies. Just go in, try to get a kill, and then die after. It doesn't matter. It'll end up working out in your favor, as long as obviously you're not a medic or whatever. But trading for kills is going to be good here, and if you're the spy or a bonk scout, if you can go behind and try to kill their teleporter, then that'll be very good as well, because they can get back to the fight really quickly. So that's the kind of notes for this point. I would never really thought that I would be saying it might be okay to hold close to their spawn on any form of payload map, until you kind of see what's going on over here around this point. Uh, as you go through all these points, you're going to slowly figure out that Kumori has no clue what she's doing, forcing a custom map every season. But this point is like pretty garbage. It's really hard to hold purely because you have to forego any form of high ground in your defense. Uh, because well, it's kind of hard for a team to kind of hold here because of the sniper sight line, and they can kind of come in through here and funnel in through here very easily with whoever to try to clear this out and then be above you guys when you're holding on the floor. So being on the high ground isn't good, but being on the low ground isn't good either because you're always going to have something to deal with. It's going to screw you guys over. Either it's threat from a sniper preventing you guys from being able to just sit up here and spam, or because you can't steer, and go you guys. And
Yeah, robot.
Yeah. You've gone completely wrong.
Everyone around, it's just me.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
I got it too.
Yeah.
There's something I kind
too.
of
Some of you guys,
want to
yeah.
see what they see or test. Something that I think might be interesting.
Maybe you should go hold up that ramp on first. Yeah, where Jared is, just to the right.
You could be like a sentry here and
just-
wrangle it, and then like pull
Yeah.
it back. For like wrangler from like far right
Yeah,
here.
where Nerd is. Where Nerd is. Like, combo maybe hang up there and they can
Oh,
back out.
shit. Tell me to drag. Sorry, I didn't know what you mean by drag.
is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, what I was saying is you can't hold the high ground because of this whole deal, but you also can't really hold the low ground.
Not holding there. I mean, when we're holding first, like more forward. Like
That
see
is
where
first.
see where
Here's the thing, but
see
even
where our
if you
sentry is.
No,
Yeah.
that sentry, you do not want that sentry gun. They can just spam it
Okay.
off its phone.
And I'm saying that's where
Yeah.
combo can hold.
but then
Unless we're lower. Like,
Combo should
you
hold
mean
this stroke.
holding inside here?
yeah.
I suppose
I think
that
this is a
you
fun
always
spot.
have to like. There's still a low ground, which can kind of suck. But I mean, if your demo can trap off this door, that can be okay. That is a route you can probably take, but if you guys have to get pushed out of that room because people are like all the way over here getting shoved out, then you're gonna have to leave very quickly. Because the problem with this is if you isolate your heals into one area, like if you have your combo like hold up here or just like sit in this room and your medic's right here, even if your medic tries to like heal people over here, they're still in kind of a sight line, which like you can't stand here ever, which means they have to hold like around here, and without heals, they'll eventually be able to take whatever's over here down because there's no longer any sustain. You never want to put yourself in a scenario when you're holding any point, like whether it be payload or Koth or whatever, where your medic can't get to your flank or vice versa. I mean, usually the medic isn't supposed to like rotate too far, like the flank is supposed to come to them, but your flank can't really get to where your medic is without putting their lives in danger as long as like they have this sniper sight line. And the sniper is going to become a huge factor in this map purely because of how the map is laid out. So like you can kind of do this temporarily if you want to, but I can guarantee you it's not going to last forever. And that's the thing with all of these points is if you think of like some hold that you can try to make up, usually like I looked at this map, I don't think there's a single point in this map that doesn't have a flaw that can be eventually taken. So I mean,
So maybe
if you
minis on this map?
Mystical, get this back. You should be watching this.
you could maybe run minis. I'm not really sure. I mean, there are some definitely payload maps where you can run mini sentries and get away with it, but I'm not sure if this is going to be one yet. I guess that would come down to experimentation. You can try level 3s on one and minis on the other and see what works better. Because I honestly don't really know. I could talk to Ender probably and see what he thinks, but he probably has no fucking clue either because this map's not really the best.
We
But
have the sentry gun taken care of already. We spent a good hour talking about it
okay.
beforehand.
But,
Okay.
I would say this point's not that difficult to hold if you guys can manage to stand right here with there being a sniper dead, because it's not that hard to shoot people over here. if you can like see them coming up the ramp, and then you could get like a decent buff on someone, or like maybe a soldier could jump up here and like attack someone as they've come down the stairs. And it's not that terrible, but otherwise, if their sniper is alive, which you're not going to be able to have the sniper dead 24/7, that's unrealistic. He'll just stand here and kill people. So you could maybe have your sniper try to counter snipe him or something to try to let you guys have this sort of high ground and don't let them just be right above you guys wherever you're holding. And you could try to do this where you like put your combo in here, but I still think it's really iffy because it's still low ground if they do manage to burst through, and it's still putting your medic in an area where he can't heal anyone else, assuming that people aren't just allowed to stand here forever. So that being said, know that the weaknesses on this area is definitely going to be like a sniper just being able to stand right here, and then being able to, because they can't stand in this house, you can take this like away from them and be above them whenever you shove them all out. So I would try to keep that in mind when you're attacking it and defending this point. I honestly feel like this point is going to be one that is not that hard to take. Like, it should probably take like 1 or 2 pushes, and you'll be able to take it. So when you cap this off, I'm pretty sure. Actually, when I downloaded this map from the UGC website, it was version 3, and this is version 4. So as we're doing this, I'm kind of looking to see if they changed anything. It doesn't really look like it changed much so far. It might have just been bugged. But when you cap this opens. So once this is gone, you guys can't really hold this anymore. Most maps are kind of like that. Whenever the first point caps, like some door opens somewhere and it ruins your hold. The only map that doesn't do that is Upward. So the next place that you would probably see a team holder that you might want to hold is basically somewhere like on the second point itself, because you don't want to just let them have this high ground for free, or as loyal as being able to just like have a giant silent onto your team. I would say one place you could probably kind of stand is if you try to hold this corner with your team and having some person like actually sitting above watching this, it could be good. Like if you have a soldier or a demo man that sits up here, and then like the medic is right below them. I guess probably a soldier, because you want the demo man to like spam the combo effectively. So you can maybe have like a soldier up here spamming this and be able to get healed or whatever.
While reading the combo holds up there?
You can do that. The problem is you would need to be holding up here in the first place. I guess you could like sit up here and then retreat into this corner.
But
But
isn't there a ramp that goes up there from the left? Like go back to where go back to where you went.
Over
And
here?
look to the left, yeah.
Well, like this ramp, or
Yeah, that ramp. Like, could you walk up that ramp? Assuming the sniper's down or occupies something else, of course.
yeah. Well, if the sniper's down, yeah. But the problem
I
is
feel
once
that
they
this is
once
where
they see
they're
you,
going to push is through this room to avoid sniper sightline. It's just real easy to go through this room. So there should be something there to counter it.
the problem with this is if you think you're gonna lose first point and you go over here, this door is still closed. If they do not cap, your entire combo is stuck in this room, and they'll just kill you with no escape. And that's not good. And you could, like, even if you have an Uber, you try to Uber out. These are tiny doors. If they have a pyro, you're not leaving. So it's not.
Well, it's
not
open
feasible
now.
to
You
have.
sure it's closed?
And that's kind of double-edged sword for that
It's
room.
because
like,
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm
No.
pretty sure that this gate is
No,
only
this
open
is-
because it's not readied. I'm
Like,
very confident
we-
that it's closed.
Isn't
Let's
it just
test
a
it.
one-way door?
Let's test
we
it
can
now.
use that as an
pretty
advantage
sure it's a
against
one-way.
like if other teams in the area and just push back in there, just so we don't like if we know they're trapped in there, we don't cap the car specifically because we know you can get the combo.
The door is one way. It's not. It doesn't get opened or closed. We're on a cap. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, after you cap first,
You can
it
no-clip,
becomes a
right?
one-way door.
Okay, because
Oh,
I know
is that
in
the one day?
the third
Oh, one
in
way?
the third version that I looked over that I downloaded from the site is like I said, this is the 4th version. In the 3rd version, it was just a totally closed door until you cap. Like you cannot get through it until that first point's capped. So I guess we'll have to see if it's changed, like, or if it's still closed or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
I guess
it's
you
open
guys-
right now.
No
It's
clip.
It's open.
open.
Okay, it is.
Wait,
Does it
they
change
removed
it
the
all
door
once you
completely?
cap?
What? What? They removed it completely.
I guess so.
Maybe they changed it with the new map They
What if it's one way
Why?
only for one team, but like the other team can't even open it?
There's
I
not
wanna
even
see
a door
if it-
there.
Well, I want to see if when you cap it, it turns into like, all right, this is only like someone said it was one way once you cap. Was that right?
That's how it
Oh,
works
maybe
on
when it
the
starts.
Halloween map, at least.
Maybe
I know
when
they changed a lot of
Let's
the
just
Halloween
see.
maps.
Wait, look
Because
back.
it
Maybe
could
when-
change.
Well, there are gates. Like if you look through the wall.
Wait, go back. See if it's like it has the door spawns when the things. I don't know.
Let's see.
This map is so stupid.
It's still open.
Okay.
If it the thing is, when it caps, it might still be like a one-way door or whatever. Like the only offense can really utilize. So I'll have to see. That'll kind of affect whether or not holding a combo up arrow could be viable or not.
Dude, that hat is awesome.
It's shut.
Okay.
And now it's the one-way door.
Wow. What?
Okay. Then,
So you still get out through the other way, right?
So you can still escape.
Yeah,
that
you
way.
can. Yeah, you can get out of the room. You just can't get into it.
Okay.
So if this door is managed to be open, then holding a combo like up here, I think it probably could be viable enough because you can still kind of like peek from around
If the door
here
closes
and shoot right
though,
them.
then yeah, it's
You'd
hard.
have to have like a soldier and the gobble up there. Like
Wait, what
just
if
have the
only
soldier
blue
on the
can
other
open
side.
Well, ideally on offense, we would likely
No,
push through
there's-
here anyway.
There's no
There's-
one team doors. I
There's
don't
no
think.
one-team doors like that.
Yeah.
I thought there were.
No.
Oh, eh?
There was on Upward Pro.
What?
There
You mean
was
Bad Water
that-
Pro?
Yeah, Bad Water Pro. That's the one.
Which would be?
They
The
changed
one that goes
the
the roof.
door roof to be one way for red team, except until after you cap first. So until you cap first, it's a one-way door for red team to get out.
Go outside and try and get back in.
You just did. It
No,
doesn't-
go back in.
It doesn't matter who
It doesn't
opens the
open
door.
from this side. It's just a normal door, not team specific whatsoever. It looks like it's just if you're inside you can get out. If you're outside you can't get in. So I think because it's open before this is capped,
You're going roboty again.
you can get someone in this door while it's still open, just for like the safety of your own like spawn area, and just they can just be in here and hold it
seems
open
like-
for you guys. So like I think if you can get your combo up here, and you can like kind of hold this door, and you can still kind of spam from up here, I think it can be viable. The only thing that kind of sucks is if you guys can't get there or you have to fall down because maybe too much spam or whatever, then you'd
Well,
probably
if we have to
likely
fall
not gonna
down,
really get up
where
there.
we're holding anyway, right?
Yeah, this would be where you kind of want to hold anyway. You just won't have the high ground, which is the thing. This is the thing that kind of wasn't that amazing about this point, is because to hold this, you have to kind of like you have to deal with this sniper sight line, and if you hold the corner, then you have to deal with people sacking on you from above you. That it's gonna might be hard to control, and then if you hold even further back, then you can't deal with this sniper sight line. So this like point as a whole definitely has 3 giant flaws with each of the different ways you can try to like work it. So I would say that because they all have like the same kind of degree of flaw, that if you can manage it, this might be the best thing because it means your team can hold the corner without worrying about like the height disadvantage. I wouldn't know about.
It kind of seems easy
Maybe
to
your
push
medic,
out.
yeah, your medic might need to stand up here with your team, but having at least one person up here, maybe 2, could be neat because your medic can still kind of sit on the ground.
I mean, like if you get a pyro through this doorway, you can just push everyone off with one
That's
air
true.
blast.
It does have an ammo pack, so that could be good. But I would note that those are the big like that's the biggest weakness about this point is that if you can't control this, then you either have to hold like super far up and like just have people behind your team kind of watch that, or you hold like super far back so everyone can kind of see what's going on and fight them from a normal distance or like from a normal height too. But then you also have to deal with the sidelines here. So probably one of the better ways you'd probably want to push this is if you can clear this, like you don't have to go down the drop down, but if you can get people through this house to clear it out and corral their entire team over into this area, you can do stacks from here pretty easily on top of them. If they're holding even farther back, then you can probably just push the cart normally with
I
the
can
rest of your
barely hear
team.
Jarrett now.
It's not you.
What is that?
It's not you, Jared. It's the mumble.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at everyone. I just gone through everyone, and everyone in this mumble right now is dropping packets.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out too. Oh shit, that sucks.
Everyone's cutting out.
Let's go to the
Yeah.
mumble.
This is a bad number.
Do we have enough room in that one?
We have 15 slots. How many people do we have right now here?
13.
There we go.
Abandoned ship, fellas.
I need info.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
We have the rest of the map to go through, though. We've got to hurry. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a giant chunk of the map that wouldn't be viable to hold, so that'll go through pretty quickly.
Okay,
I
so
don't really need to go in depth in the last, which should be enough
info's in
time.
the second one? Or in
I can say that every time
The
someone
lack of
joins.
channels disturb me.
Yeah.
Welcome to Pirates' Lair. You don't have to bow, but you can if you want.
What?
Welcome to Pirates of the Lair. You don't have to bow, but you can if you want.
What do you have a second mumble server?
This one came free with the new server we play on.
Oh,
Oh, that's disappointing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
11.
11. Okay, we're missing 2 people.
Missing
Who are they?
two.
Listed, and
I'm
Gwar.
here.
we're missing
Oh,
Melee.
Listed here.
Missing
Yeah.
Melee.
No, oh, Mallet. Yeah.
There it is.
On 2?
Mhm.
Okay, we're missing Gwar then.
Let's just keep going. I have the rest of it anyway.
Well, once you cap this point, you probably shouldn't see any holds, or you probably shouldn't do, and you probably won't see any holds of like team caps, and they're like, oh, well, maybe back up and hold around here, holding like the top of the roofs and stuff. Because once you cap this, your spawn changes to over here in this area. So this becomes the same concept as the first point once the second point's capped, where if you see people holding really close to the second point, like you can see them outside and they're not all indoors, then you can just trade your lives. Like flank classes can just try to go for kills, and then you respawn very close to where the fight would normally be, and they aren't. So when you get back, there are holes in their team that still need to be filled. If they do try to hold this, it would probably be, like I said before, they probably have like a really close teleporter to try to offset that. So if they are doing a very close hold around here on these roofs and stuff after you cap B, that would probably be the thing that you guys would want to try to find, is the telly, because once that's gone, you can just trade lives pretty easily. Someone cap that so this doesn't run out.
Yeah. I joined the wrong team. I'm going.
I think
What the-
probably where you're gonna see most holds. Let's see, this is still a thing. Once again, I'm trying to look around and stuff for different things from 3 to 4, making sure there's no like drastic changes. Probably the next place that you're probably gonna see people try to hold is probably this area. The biggest reasons why you're gonna probably see it held is because it's like a good medium between the next capture point, which is down here. Actually, is it? Wait, there's one more dot that I think. Okay, no, it's right here. This is gonna be a throwaway because you can't really like hold this. Like I said, like you can't hold outside of it because your spawns are too close. This is might be why people might try to hold this just standing right here above it. So this is gonna be a throwaway for the most part. Some teams might hold it, but this is gonna be the next point that you're really gonna want to hold, because after this, their spawn gets moved up to like right here. So you don't want them to really get that, and it's really indoorsy. The thing that might screw over your team a little bit is the fact that there are a couple different ways that they can try to attack into your team as you're holding around here. They have this shutter door, which they can open, and then the drop down and the normal path.
Watch out for this spy spot here.
Yeah, this seems pretty good.
And also
But-
underneath.
There's a lot of boxes
yeah.
to be standing on at this point.
Yeah.
So
I would say probably the best thing you can do is if this is where you put your gun, this is actually pretty good because they have to work. They have to really work their bodies to try to get in to do anything with their Uber. You can even have a pyro that sits right here when an Uber goes on and just sit and air blast them like this, which is pretty good because you might not really need a flash. And it kind of watches this door. If you're doing that, the only thing you need to really worry about is making sure that people are being aware about this. Because if they try to flood through a drop down while this is happening, if the gun's already shooting something, it might not automatically like I can see down there, but it might not automatically shoot down there, which can kind of suck. So I wouldn't say like openly sit on the tracks here, unless the sniper's dead, because he can sit all the way back here. Default, you can probably like have most of your combo kind of sit like probably on the stairs, watch the corner, or maybe sit a little bit further back. Or maybe your medic can have this wall in case there's a sniper trying to like do some miracle shot through the shutter, so you can like have this sort of safety from that. And then that could be pretty good. And if you guys want to peek a little bit further, if the sniper dies or something like that, you can do that
this
too.
is not a sideline. Where is this a sideline? There's this wall here.
Right there.
So couldn't you have your double
here.
play forward and then how do you get here?
You
What
can
is it,
go through
one-way?
this. This is a one-way. He can come through here and like
I would like
this.
to point out, like this little section here, if our demo man or we could have someone looking at this, so a direct hit soldier just can't like.
Yeah, if he does
abuse
that,
this.
that would definitely need to be contested.
Wait, Jared, what about this? So you have your demo just spamming this area, right? And then you can have just a soldier playing here. He shuts this off, and if he needs to get away, he takes the health back, and he drops down, and he's back to his medic.
You can I think you can try that. The only thing is because it's kind of a narrow hallway. It's only gonna be like your soldier and your demo, and your soldier's gonna get hurt very quickly because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have enough room for one person to take spam in this doorway. At some point, they're gonna take too much spam and have to back up, and that's when your soldier is either gonna die or get hurt enough where he has to like get the pack or has to leave. And then it's once again only like one person watching this hallway. So
Well,
you can
after
you
get
can try
heals,
to you can try to do this. Like you can have someone stand up this far, but it's not gonna last like forever. It's like a temporary. I would say this hold would be kind of temporary because it'll eventually be bullied out just by like too much
Okay.
spam onto the single person. So like you can sit there, but it won't be your like default like where you're gonna be able to stand forever and hold an Uber exchange and stuff kind of deal. Because they'll have too many people. Like they'll be very willing to sack multiple people onto your demo, and then they can spawn like pretty close. That's another thing. Like the closer you hold to their spawn, the better it is for them to just go and die for your people, and they'll be totally okay with it. I would say, with this hold in mind, I would say the biggest ways that you can try to beat it is if you can manage to flood properly at the same time during a post Uber, you can probably get at least a few kills and use those kills for a push afterwards. Like when an Uber is over, if you can get someone to like come through this door and have people post fighting around this area in this main hallway.
And have someone go drop down.
Yeah, and have people go through drop down. Like, without a doubt, there are going to be some people that die, whether it be the people that go down here or the people that peek through here, the people that walk through here. But if you can get enough kills through sandwiching them and knowing who you're going to focus fire, you can kill a few of them like way before they'll start killing you, and it'll allow you to get cap time in your push. This might be one of those points where it might, like, you can't, it's just really hard to push it in one go, where you have to, like, kind of think about, like, upward third, where your Uber might just only get you some cap time, and then you have to do another push with another Uber to get even more cap time afterwards. This might end up being one of those points.
Well, especially since once the car gets down that ramp, we have another sentry gun spot planned
so as
right
soon
up
as-
here.
Yeah. So back that
With
up.
this spot.
Oh yeah, the
Right-
barrels.
no, right up, either there or right there. Once they get it down that ramp, we're moving the sentry gun.
Yeah.
Because
That'll be really annoying to deal with, too. As long as your team is aware of, like, this door opening when you cap it.
well, I mean, if they
Then-
cap that point right there, we're not
It
dead
doesn't
here.
seem that hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going. Well, you're on blue. It's not auto attacking you right now.
I don't know, but like, you can just you
So,
don't need to be in
but
line of
then,
fire.
well, how
But
about
But you're
combo
also
shooting at you?
You're also thinking
that's
in a
correct.
vacuum. You're not the only. You're not an engineer versus 9 players.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hurt themselves. They're gonna get into a very bad spot, high ground wise, to like shoot at the gun.
And then they have to deal with everyone else before that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a pain in the ass point to take. So this is going to be like where the majority of the time of the map is spent.
You could have the heavy on the opposite crate from the sentry in like the other corner of the room.
I think it may be like an idea to just, I don't know, like figure out like sometimes maybe going through drop down may be the better option, depending on like what the other team are doing.
So they can't do this spot?
Yes. I don't know. There's times where I saw on like a few other scrims where like there would be like times where they just kind of got forced into like pushing like the same like place all the time, and like drop down's the only other place to do it. So
you can try like pushing from drop down, but the only thing is it's really hard to. It's something I mentioned before. If you put your heals in a place where the rest of your team can't really get to, then if your medic like commits out of drop down to make sure your demo can get far enough to like shoot the sentry or whatever, then all of a sudden half your team no longer is able to get buffs or get healed or anything. Compared to like a push through here, you know, this is like the centralized spot where everyone is before things start splitting off, before going through drop down and going to the shutter. So everyone can get their buff like pretty easily before stuff goes down. But you know, if your medic, I guess your medic could like sit like this and try to keep the beam on the demo, and that could be your saving grace, but your demo is kind of like caught out. That would probably be what you would have to do. Your medic definitely can't drop down through here, because then the people that are over here and over here are like gonna get screwed over very easily. So I think you probably you could try, but
I was meaning like you said like sending waves of people, because it won't be able to do through one. So like start like sending like some people through drop down and then like spread through it and like just see what you can get away with.
Oh yeah, I mean you could definitely like try to go immediately, like because as soon as the Ubered combo peeks around this corner and the sentry gun like automatically shoots at it, if you go down, I mean I guess if you do it enough times, an engineer might just automatically like wrangle to drop down or whatever. But the gun won't be shooting you if you fall down here. You just have to deal with whoever is standing around here, you know.
Would heavy hat being here be a good spot? Like if we have a sentry up there, because the medic could just heal from above.
I think it could, as long as your demo is supported properly in terms of making sure that he doesn't get overrun, like trying to cover this. Which I mean, I guess your scout can do that. So.
Hey, what did they put in that tunnel? They put like a huge yellow rock in there to the right.
Ignore that.
Right? Yeah, in there. There's a huge yellow rock there. It's not destroyed yet.
I'll just destroy that.
Oh, when you walk by.
Dang it! They fixed the thing.
Oh, okay.
So for the last point, well, when you cap, this where does the new spawn?
All this becomes your spawn. Basically.
That is the spawn.
Is the
basically
spawn now?
It's like part of it. Like, turn around. Yeah, that's drop down.
Okay, it looks way different than the other version. The other version, like this down here, was the actual spawn, and then it cuts off where you can go to the left into the cave or go to the right out here. Like this used to be a spawn door or whatever.
We can exec now, and the doors will all still be open, so we should do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So it's the same, pretty much.
So you protect your dispenser.
So because that is their spawn, holding here's why last is terrible. You can't hold close over in this direction because
excuse me for one moment, Jarrett. Everyone, go spectate.
You usually can't really hold this close because what the other team will try to do, and this is probably what you guys should try to do if you do notice a team is like afraid of sniper sight lines and they like just want to hold close with their team. Because there's so many ways to go behind, because people can they can come through here and go down this drop down and get behind you like this, and then there's the cave, and then there's the lower path, and then there's the upper path that can split off between here and here. You can't really hold close and stuff the sniper sight line, so if there's a team that's trying to hold around this general area, whether it be up here or down there or over here, I would just try to do sack waves probably. because they can maybe stuff one or two of these doors, but they probably can't stuff all four. And someone's gonna bound to get through and get onto their medic wherever he is, and you can just try to push this point with Uber advantage.
That window to your right is also a sniper sightline.
All the way through spawn, or
No, inside the drop down.
oh,
So if you hold that
Look
upper
up,
area,
look
the
up,
sniper
stop,
can
stop,
just peek you.
Look up.
Oh,
No,
go back.
Go back.
What?
Go back. Go back.
There's
Go
a
back
window on the right
there,
side.
Stop
Go back
there.
to the
Stop. Stop.
Up.
Turn around.
Turn around.
About 10.
Up.
To the right. Up right.
Up and right. That
Yes.
window.
Oh,
That's
that
a sightline.
window.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of sucked to deal with. So that too, I guess that too. I never noticed that. I don't know if that's new or not from
No, that's not
3.
new.
Okay.
That was in R1.
Only
See,
thing that
that's-
looks new seems to be that little grated window on the right to your right. In
What
there.
over here?
Yeah, I don't know if that's new from 3 or from 1 on left.
Oh, that was
Not
there
sure.
before. Yeah, you can see through it now.
But I would definitely go with that route when it comes to a team that's holding around here. Just try to sack onto them. Holding back here is probably what you're gonna have to do, or at least to some degree, because you don't want to get sacked on and stuff like that. As for where exactly you want to sit, I don't really know if there's an amazing answer because of all the sniper sight lines. It might be back here, honestly. You might have to have the brunt of your combo around this area just so your medic can be safe enough to run in and hide if they do try to do sack waves or something, can get indoors really quickly. And then knowing that your medic would be around here, you guys can try to abuse wherever the sniper is to try to get spam onto them. If there's snipers around the cave, then this might be a safer place for some of your combo members to stay to spam the cart. And obviously, as the cart moves further, you might have to just abuse. Well, I guess this would be kind of hard. You might have to get on the truck itself, if you want to ever do anything here. Just because if you try to go around the truck, you have to worry about that. So I'd say probably the biggest thing, actually, speaking about this live, is you probably want to know where the sniper is so you can know how to play. Even if he's not dead, it doesn't if he's dead, then cool, but he's not going to be dead 100% of the time. So that's probably going to be the main call of where you're going to want to know, and then you can just try to play off of, or not in those sight lines, and you can know how aggressive you can be from this base location. As for guns, I honestly have no clue where a gun would really go. I kind of looked around and I didn't think of any amazing ideas, but I'm not an engineer main, so. Obviously, the biggest thing is you don't want the gun right on top of your combo, but kind of near it a little bit, enough to where the gun can support the combo, but they both can't be very easily taken out in the same sticky bombs from an Uber. So I would say default holding back here, and try to figure out where their combo is, and where their sniper is, and rotate left or right to spam stuff depending. When it comes to trying to break this hold, I think it'll kind of break it down in terms of pathing. The cool thing about everyone holding all the way back here is if you can manage to get someone holding like this and just using the cart as cover, then you should really have no problems trying to push past this sightline in particular, because especially if your medic can just arrow the people on the cart nonstop, you could this shouldn't be a problem getting it past here. The only problem you should ever have, I think, pushing last is probably when the cart gets around to right here. Probably the way to kind of push it is if you can support your sniper around here and play around him and let him sit inside this house and abuse this window and this around here. Will you guys try to peek the same, maybe abuse this house to spam or whatever to let this be free? Then it'll be kind of hard for them to actively peek and spam the cart. They'll be forced to be either back here or all the way up here behind this. And the only way they can really spam it off is if a demo is up here arcing his stickies, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise they have to peek corners and stuff. Just make sure that you don't have everyone around here. You should have some maybe flank people sitting around here getting ready to shoot anyone that gets and stands right here to shoot the cart this way. Because obviously if your sniper's over there, he can't see people standing right here. So I would just have this house be your centralized location. Your combo can kind of push this way a little bit, and your flank can kind of not necessarily push, but don't let anyone stand here for free. If you want to stand here and just patrol it, then that's totally fine. And if their sniper's looking at you, then that's cool, because that means he's not looking at your sniper, which he can kind of see both, so. That'd probably be the way that you would have to go about pushing last.
Also, I'd normally try and get a teleport up here for Sovereign, just so we can get these sightlines.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that could be pretty good.
And the sentry guns where we have them now are pretty much the only spots we found on this point.
Yeah.
Weren't we theory crafting the first time we looked at the map? That place between the doorway, or no, between those, yeah, right straight ahead from Labby, right next to the cart there. Isn't that where one of the places we
No.
thought about? No.
Well,
Because if we hold upper and then the sentry's there, I mean, they can get shot by the sniper, but if we hold upper, we can actually pressure them out of there. I mean,
it doesn't.
that
The sentry
we don't have to
doesn't do much here.
Okay.
The sentry seems fine where they are. I think the truck one might be a little bit better than this one, purely because, like I said, with this one, it's gonna be difficult to like defend this because people can just use the cart as cover. Also, if you guys are holding all the way back here, a Dillman could just shoot stickies over here, and then you'll either have to like shoot the stickies away nonstop until you're like out of ammo, and he has ammo right here, or you have to pull the gun away, and then the gun's not there anymore anyway. So this one seems like it's going to be a little bit better. You can try using this one, but I don't think it's going to be superior to that.